Come back out and got our work in. Get a good humidity. Guess I got some good conditioning. So good hard Tuesday, solid day. A lot of get the kinks out, get the soreness out from that last game, and get going to the next one. And like the practice, thought the guys worked. It got better and better as practice went, and liked our work and where we were at. So had a good solid day. Need to finish up with a real good one tomorrow. Question?
Pretty healthy out there so far. I mean,
yeah, I mean just typical football things. I mean what you get every week. So for the most part, we're pretty healthy.
Chris Thompson, all right?
Yeah, he's fine. He practiced all day. Did well.
Jimbo, Xavier was talking about Sammy Watkins. Like, he said he's very physical.
Yeah, he's a big guy, strong, explode. Anybody that's that fast is a fast twitch guy. And guys that are fast twitch have power, and he's got good size too. So he's going to be explosive, and he's not a guy. He's going to be able to push back and knock around. If he is physical for a wide out.
And you guys don't match up player for player. You just kind of play your defense and how it works out.
No, we do. We'll match up at times if you have to, and things we do. But certain plays you will, certain ones you won't, depending on calls. But you can do that, yes.
Nick had talked about, matching up with not as much experience against those receivers. How much can you learn about a guy on Saturday, going up against those?
You're going to learn a bunch. You're going to find out. You're going to find out because these guys here are about as good as it gets. I mean, they're one of the best groups out there, and they'll find out a lot about our guys. I mean, it's a game where you can't take a play off because one of them will slip by you or break a tackle or whatever they got to do to make a big play, and that's what you got to learn.
He seems pretty confident. I mean,
oh yeah, he should. I mean, he does. Nick's a very good player. I mean, he's not being, but they're very good players. So that's what good players want. You get great competition. So it'll be good, some great matchups on Saturday.
How much were you guys able to play nickel last year against them? Because I know Greg was out. It seems like you had some injuries.
Not as much. We did. We were banged up a little bit. We were banged up. We didn't do as much as we would like and have our normal guys because Mike was our normal nickel,
right? And
he had to move outside, and then you're down. But still, that's part of ball. But I don't think we played as much.
But obviously this week.
Well, you're going to have to mix it up. You're going to have to be times you play nickel, times you don't. But we have the ability to put it in and get our first group in. Yes.
You see, James got in, I guess, a little bit earlier in the game last week, too. Do you see his role kind of expanding? Obviously, he's performed quite well.
Yeah, he's done very well. I mean, those guys they'll continue to play and do, and we got a 3-back rotation, so we'll keep them rolling in there.
How much? Obviously, the receivers are dangerous. How much is Ellington a concern as well?
Oh, big time. That's the thing that makes them very unique. Is it? That guy had 220-some yards against Auburn, something like that, 228, 230. I mean, it was a bunch. I know that. They have balance, and Boyd can run the ball. So I mean, they have great balance on offense. So it is a big concern, very big concern. And he's a really good player.
How often do you face teams where you have that much accountability on the other side, where you got to know exactly? I mean, you always have to know where guys are lined up, but that many weapons when the quarterback's one of them.
It's always one of the, those are your top 10 teams, your top 10, 15, 20 teams. I mean, when you play those kind of teams, that's why they're there, because they have the ability to have explosive players.
What's the communication like for the defense? People always talk about crowd noise affecting the offense, but your defense can't hear either. So what's the communication like when the crowd's that loud?
Well, most things you do are hand signals. Right. I mean, people learn to be silent counts, hand signals, body language, or they got called. You got a wristband that a lot of things are in there. But also then you got to get used to talking and communicating and being able to. And sometimes you miss them. Sometimes you miss them.
But is that something you got defensively that you guys have to rep because they go so fast?
Oh yeah, we do. No doubt. You practice that no huddle and how fast you communicate, and it's like learning to speed talk and keep up with me.
Right. Yes.
You get practice after a while. You're used to listening to it, so you can pick it up better.
Right.
Same thing in your practice. The faster they go, the better it is.
Right.
How much value do you get out of having Jameis working as a scout quarterback this week? Something
him and Coker. Coker could do it both too. Coker could run because Coker's a 4.6 guy too now. So they both provide athleticism and arm strength, and then McGuire can throw it too. So they got 3 really good guys up there that can simulate. I mean, whether it's not their Taj Boyd, but they can simulate arm strength, athleticism, running, and good size with that. The defense is getting a good look from that perspective.
And your depth now allows you to have some skill kids over there on the scout team
exactly
too
right.
that you haven't always had.
So exactly right. So you can see they can get developed over there as much as they can on the offense. They don't get as many reps when you're in a game plan. They can go over there and develop their skills on a post is a post, a slant's a slant, an out's an out. You know what I mean? And running against good people every day, and then they get better and better. And then all of a sudden they'll get over and you say, something, I can play with that guy. And those scout team guys, being on a scout team, people look at it as a negative. for most guys, it turns out to a real positive, especially when, and it prepares your team better when you get more quality guys.
Toshman's still a good scout team guy. He said he still gets over there.
He does occasionally, but not very much anymore. He's in that rotation. But sometimes when they're not getting reps, or he'll go over and do it on his own. He just likes getting in there, and he gets on those young guys too. Toshman's a very unique individual, in that he's a team guy. He's a great guy.
How much are you looking forward? This is a great challenge for your defense. You brought all these guys here.
Mm-hmm.
You know how good this defense can be.
Yes.
And how much?
It's going to be fun to watch. I mean, it's going to be a fun football game to watch, and their offense and our defense is going to be one of the key matchups that goes on. Just like our offense and our defense,
right.
I think is going to be very interesting too. Special teams, those guys covering, get great returners. Their covers against our returners. I mean, there's a lot of very good matchups, but that defense and their offense ought to be a very good one.
Talked about with Sammy the other day about how much he does beyond just being a receiver. How much do you guys have to sort of account? I think his first game back there last week, he had a run that went.
Well, they give him the speed sweep, bubble screens. I mean, he doesn't have to get it. They can hand it to him, pitch it to him. He doesn't have to get it reverse. He doesn't have to get it way down the field. So it makes it very unique. I mean, you got to always know, keep leverage on him.
Is Boyd running more than he did last year?
I don't think
he's
he's had
ran
to.
that much last year against you guys.
No, I don't think he had, but he had a couple key runs. It's
Right.
not always that they run a lot. It's that they make those key scrambles or buy time or make a big, 8-yard run, a 10-yard. It's when they run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And how it goes. But you're right. He was more in the pocket against us.
Right.
But he had a couple of quarterback reverses and little bubbles and things. He ran out wide and made some key pickups.
And he had some big ones against Auburn.
Yes, he did. I mean, he can do it when he wants to.